and this is Political Arena with me, Abubakar Turaki. Vote buying has become a recurring feature in Nigeria's election, raising concern about the credibility of democratic process in Nigeria and Africa. Beyond the immediate exchange of money or good for vote, it raises deeper question about governance, accountability, and the true will of people. As political process intensify, the practice continue to test the integrity of election that brought many political office holders into the position of leadership. From them, this afternoon on Political Arena, we will examine the implication of vote buying and what it means for Nigeria's democratic future and Africa. With my guest, Awal Sani, a public analyst. Awal, welcome to Political Arena.
Thank you for having me, Turaki.
So, from the academic lens, what is vote buying?
So vote buying is a process whereby a candidate, offer an incentives, good or services to a voter to influence his voting decision. And like you said, this is an important topic, especially as we are approaching the 2027 election. And Nigeria, as you mentioned in your introduction, is a country where vote buying is very prevalent, very rampant.
And obvious.
And very obvious. In fact, it is more like a trading.
A culture.
A culture, yeah. So you can see it is, when you look at the country, and with the recent INEC, what we call the recent INEC amendment in terms of the Electoral Act, there has been an improvement. So, and politicians, they are very smart. They always look at place way out where they can think, they can outsmart the system. So then, the only way now is issue of vote buying. Because before, the politician can use snatching a ballot box, using thugs to destroy the polling units. But now, with the way INEC is keep amending it laws and transmitted online, then votes now count. And since vote count, then it means each voter is very important. You understand? So now they begin to what? They begin to canvass, you understand, for a willing buyer, for a willing seller of the vote. And people are willing to what? Sell the vote because of other factors that maybe at the program we'll discuss further on that.
Okay, you made mention of some of the improvement from the electoral body in Nigeria. So how does vote buying affect the credibility and outcome of election?
Vote buying, it affects the credibility of elections in the sense that it weakens the democratic process entirely. Because this is a process whereby trust should be earned. Competition between candidates should be based on issue-based competitions. And when people, sell their vote, and politicians willingly buy the vote from them, then it raises the questions of what? Legitimacy, whether public legitimacy. Maybe from the law perspective, maybe nothing has been done, maybe because nothing has been proved, you understand? But from the public, they know that these people get the position where they are because of what? Because of they use money. So the election becomes like the person with the deepest pocket gets what he wanted. So it's not like, more like, this is not the true wish of the people.
But some people are attributing some social vices like illiteracy, lack of unemployment, and even security to the issue of vote buying. How legit is that?
Yeah, this is true. If you look at it, democratic system of government is a government that's supposed to thrive in an educated environment, whereby both the voter and both the voters and the people buying for positions knows, the rules of the games. But here in Nigeria, we find out the majority of people, you understand, we cannot say they're not educated, but they lack the proper awareness of what their vote means to them. You understand? So what leads to this is, one is most of these people they are socially vulnerable. You understand? They are socially vulnerable. And secondly, these people, they are economically weak. You understand? And thirdly, these people are what you call, are not economically sound, you understand? So they think that this is the moment for us, you understand, to enjoy the dividend of democracy. So if you come, maybe that's the first time they will see you. And this politician, they are smart. The day that you bought, they pay the money, they will go. You cannot see them again till after 4 years.
You made mention of lack of political awareness among the citizens.
Yeah.
As someone from the university environment, what are you doing in order to promote awareness among your students and even Nigeria at large?
Yeah, what we do is through civic education. There are various courses from secondary school, not from university. I think this should be started from the, it is from, from kindergarten to primary level to secondary level. All their courses, civic education, social studies, these are courses that instill values of society, good values to people. Love for country, what is right, patriotism. You understand? So I think what the university does is that it builds upon that conditions. You understand? So how many people are there in the universities? You understand?
But despite all the effort you made mention, student unionism seems to be the place where vote buying started.
Yeah, we cannot, student unionism, vote buying, it is there. But I don't think it is as rampant as what we are seeing at the larger society. You understand? And I can say that maybe some of the political manipulation started from there. But actually, vote buying is not that common in the Abritoa because of the nature of the environment. You understand? But other political manipulations can be there. But actually, vote buying, because I was once a welfare officer in my faculty association, so I know what it is, and I know how electioneering campaign take place there. So vote buying is not prevalent in the university, at the university level. But at the larger society, because of the kind of people that we are, who are exposed to poverty, who are exposed to other social vices, so they take this money as something that they can make a lot of, sorry.
Like a university environment is a ground where future leaders are mentored. Yeah. And despite all the mentorship, the rigorous awareness, youth still seems not to get opportunity when they are out due to godfatherism, money politics, vote buying, and even lack of political socialization and awareness.
I think you should have just structured it, vote buying, because all these things that you have mentioned, you understand, it cannot thrive in our society. Good democratic system of government, or let me say, candidate youth having to participate in politics with this kind of system we are, where money determines everything. Our youth cannot, participate in the system of government. If you look at it now, how much is the campaign? How much is the form for not even the Common House of Assembly? How much are they selling tickets in all of the parties? So I think the person with money is the one that normally take lead in the election process. And this youth, those youth, they finish universities. Maybe they have not even started working. Maybe if they have started even working, maybe they are just making some little change. You understand? Which cannot even sustain them going to the parties. Political campaign.
But we have seen advocacy all over social media. People are advocating. Your colleague, he's also an academia. He have been advocating for skills rather than just degrees.
Yeah. Unless we need to have a skill and then degree. But what people, they fail to understand, the issue go back to the issue of labor market. Then I ask, where is the labor market? Why is the labor market in Nigeria? Tell me where the labor market in Nigeria they are. We are producing graduates more than the number of the labor market. So what the government should do is to...
There have been incentive from the government, the likes of Empower.
Yeah. What the government should do when they're talking about skills is what? Is to be able to provide the necessary, environment where this thing can thrive. Go to our universities. You understand?
Now, what are the implications of vote buying?
The implication of vote buying is two. One is that it deters someone right to be bought and be voted for.
Franchise.
You understand? It disfranchise someone. You understand? Since because this process, they have make it a monetary appearance. And a lot of people, or let me say, majority of Nigerians, they don't have those money to participate in the election. So election now become issue of, not issue of capacity or issue of, the high bidder take the lead. It's not issue about capacity, issue of delivery.
What are the solutions to the issue of vote buying ahead of 2027?
The solution of vote buying, I think INEC has taken the lead. with the recent signing of the Electoral Act, whereby parties' primaries now, they should either be consensus or direct. Primaries. That is direct primary. Direct primary means that each member of a political party has the right, card-carrying member has the right to participate in the primary election. And this, you understand, has already, I think, addressed
cushioned the effect.
Let me say, addressed the vote buying. Maybe, you know, vote buying is we have before and even during the election. So this issue of vote buying before the candidate emerged has already been taken care of by INEC. You understand? And also, INEC had made, made another progress whereby now you can be fined 500,000 naira if you have been caught engaging in any forms of vote buying, directly or indirectly. You understand? If you check at the recent enacted Electoral Act that was signed by the president. And also, the issue, number 2 is that we have to strengthen our
political awareness?
No, not even. We'll come to that. We have to strengthen our legal system. You understand? The judiciary, you know, the security. They have to, you know, improve on their surveillance. And You're
talking of the anti-graft agencies?
Yes, the anti-graft agencies, the securities, you understand? You find out, five security agencies are there, but you still find people engaging in vote buying. So the security need to...
We really have to draw the curtain of the program. Well, it's really a pleasure speaking to you on S24 Political Arena.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
That is all what we have on Political Arena. Stay tuned for our S24 reports and S24 documentary. Thank you.